Yesterday was obviously a very strong move for BTC. It helped move a lot of assets up in the space. Obviously, ADA went on a nice run too, got all the way up to 54 cents before consolidating. And now we sit down around 52 and a half cents, kind of in that range. We're following that path that we talked about. And this is great. All right. Now, there's something I'm noticing with ADA, and it is something that's happened historically. All alts are kind of experiencing the same thing right now. There's actually a slight decorrelation happening when it comes to BTC. So this is information from Into the Block. And actually, you guys are going to have to look above me here. So over the last 30 days, you can see that ADA actually has a negative correlation with BTC. This is a very different trend than what we saw over the last 60 days. That is very, very high correlation, almost 1.0. And you can see that most assets around that same time experienced a similar kind of move. Everything was moving together. But right now, BTC is kind of doing its own thing. All these other assets have still a high correlation with ADA, which means that alts, again, are essentially doing the opposite of what BTC is. They're starting to separate a little bit. Now, when we look at what has happened historically with the ADA BTC chart, you can see that this trend is actually prominent. This is the last time we ran into the halving. That's what this blue chart represents. You can see that there was a point where ADA began to decorrelate from BTC. We actually lost strength against BTC, and actually when laid over the top right now, again, it's uncanny. It's very, very much on pace with where we were at this time. Now, I will say ADA is showing strength here, the ADA BTC pairing. You can see that it is actually sitting right on top of that 20-week moving average. So at some point here in the next week, 2 weeks, somewhere in there, if BTC begins to flatten out or BTC makes further strides forward, I would expect that ADA makes up some of that ground, picks up some steam, right? Either if BTC stays flat, we see ADA make a move that kind of brings it back into that sort of correlation or an inverse correlation with BTC. And that's kind of the move I'm waiting for and prepared for, okay? At some point, it's going to happen. That's just what's happened historically, time and time again. And I don't, again, like to argue against history. You can see why. History tends to be very consistent. Not always quite the same, but very, very consistent. Now, what I expect to see here too is if, I'd be very surprised if people are opening short positions up at this range. If they are, guys, I mean, it's possible we could see this same kind of movement we've seen time and time again, where BTC makes a move to the upside, and then we kind of end up, whether it's here, why is my drawing not working? Hold on. If we make a further move to the upside, or even if we just consolidate around these ranges, it would not surprise me if we ended up doing one of these guys, right? There we go. If we end up kind of bouncing around and kind of tightening here for a little bit, and then our next move to the upside. I mean, this is kind of the trend that BTC has been creating time and time again. So that's what I'm looking for, guys. Whew, that's what I'm looking for. ADA continue showing strength. Still maybe a little bit of a decorrelation here before it flips back. Gaining some strength against BTC in the pairing. And obviously the Bitcoin halving is very swiftly approaching. Right now this shows, I don't know why this still shows over 100 days away. It's got to be, it's probably about 100 days away. So anyways, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts here. Let me know where you think ADA is going to be heading in the near term, if we're going to pick up some steam here. But hope you guys have a great day. Show your love below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.